When we hear the words domestic violence, many people think it can't happen to me. Well, it actually happens more often than you think, but there are places you can turn for help. One such place is the East Los Angeles Women's Center. Let's talk about the services that you offer. How do you help domestic violence survivors?
We provide counseling services regardless if they're currently in the situation of domestic violence or if they have a history of it, as well as sexual assault. So a lot of times you have survivors who maybe didn't deal with the problems, they went through life afterwards with sexual assault or human trafficking or domestic violence happening with them. And then, all of a sudden an extra trauma happens to them later on in their life. And then that's when everything comes up. We have group supports also. We have our outreach component, which a healthcare navigation, especially with HIV and AIDS, and a lot of our youth program with prevention as well.
We also respond immediately after a sexual assault has been reported. Sometimes it's the police department that reaches out to us. Sometimes it's the hospital. Community members will refer people, and then unfortunately, we've been around for 47 years. Unfortunately, word of mouth is one of our biggest ways of coming into contact with different community members. And then of course our promotoras. They bring a lot of the foot traffic into the organization as well.
Part of the job that we do as a East Los Angeles Women's Center is looking at a very holistic approach, trying to pinpoint what is the need. So we tailor make it to whatever their wellness path and their healing journey looks like.
Thank you, Ruth, for coming here. And you are going to leave us now. Rebecca, you will stick around. And we'll be right back to talk about community outreach for survivors. Welcome back. Now we are continuing our conversation on domestic violence and ways the East Los Angeles Women's Center can help. And now joining us is Jasmine Flores. You are the center's lead promotora or community outreach person. All right, so how does community outreach work?
Please understand that they're not alone. There's a lot of resources, a lot of organizations like ours that they can provide information, resources. Please call us. They can call us at our hotline number 24/7. We have a bilingual line, so please, they're not alone.
We have a chat line as well.
We also have a chat line, yes.
You can walk into the center. You can walk, if you're anywhere near LA General, you can walk into our offices at the Wellness Center or to the emergency department. Just request to speak to an advocate. Somebody there will call us. If you run into a promotora, there's a lot of points of entry. Ask around. Everybody knows how to find us.
The promotoras are everywhere. Yes.
Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
being
Thank you
here.
for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.